Disconnect. Okay, so, okay, it sounds like it's recording it now. All right. Can you see my screen right now?
I can.
You can. Okay. All right. So the first thing you saying your challenge is being able to get the forms in Skyslope, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you log into Skyslope, is this essentially what you see? No, let me
Yeah,
actually.
that's what I see.
Okay, good. All right. So let me move this screen out of the way. So you see this on your Skyslope. So you come in and you get into EXP, you come into Skyslope, this screen pops up.
Mhm.
See right at the bottom on this corner where it says working documents?
Yep.
Okay. If you click on working documents, it takes you, oh, maybe I should close some things. So you see personal documents and you see office documents. Personal documents is your documents and you can create it. These are just clients that I already put in a folder right here. You
Okay.
can create a new folder and just go down there and call it what maybe your client's name, for example, and say, give them a name and say, I'm just going to say test, just for the sake of you saying that, right?
Okay.
Once you save that, it gives you an empty blank folder. What I do then is I click on that client, then I can upload documents into this client's folder. If I already have documents, saved in my laptop, when I click upload documents, it's going to come up and I can upload anything that I want to.
Okay.
If I don't have anything in there that I want to go, I can go somewhere else and I can grab those documents, save them, and then bring them here.
Okay.
So the next slide to it is Office documents. In your Office documents, you're going to have pretty much all the documents you need, because now when you click on Office documents, right?
I think one of my problems was that I went to search and I was putting it into search and nothing was popping up. I kept saying nothing. So,
yes, that's true, because with Skyslope, if you don't know the exact name
okay.
of that file, it may not pop up. So I'll probably recommend, I really don't do search because of that. So I'll rather recommend that you don't do that. So because also it will limit you on if the files are there, just like you couldn't find them.
Yeah.
That could happen. But if you click on Office documents and you come to the side, you see right here, the first document, and this is going to be standard in your file.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to Skyslope, you're going to see this there. It doesn't even matter. It's going to have the referral mentor agreements, the lease invoice. In your case, you're going to need that lease invoice fillable. Good thing. See, I've never even used this, but look at that. I click on the lease invoice fillable and it says the folder is empty. So that's possible that that was just on there. It's not even, that file is not in there. So what I do is I actually go, because I'm registered in Maryland and DC, you're going to see this there. So I'm going to go back to just company, just to, this is what you automatically you should see when you go to your Office documents, right?
Okay.
You see on the left-hand side, because I'm registered in Maryland and DC, I have those two jurisdictions on there. If I click on Maryland, it's going to open up every single jurisdiction in Maryland. So if I'm doing business in Anne Arundel, I click on Anne Arundel, it's going to come give me all the files. If my business is in, GBBR, Greater Baltimore area, I believe that's what that one is. Boom, it's going to give it to me. It's going to give me all the forms in there. So this is where you want to go into. Okay, so you click on Maryland. When you click on Maryland, it opens up all this folder. Then you find the jurisdiction that you want. You click on that. Then it changes it and it shows you, and there are 5 pages on here of forms.
Okay.
So I can go to any one of them and I just look through what form am I looking for. EPA form is right on there. I can click it and I open it. See what happens, so I can see that form, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna close the form back and minimize it. You can go to the next page just to see what forms you're looking for. So that's kind of what I do to find my forms. Now, I click on, let's say I want 1, 2, and 3 forms. If those are the 3 forms that I want, right?
Okay.
Then I go up here. Once I've selected those 3 forms on the side, I go to where it says assign,
Mm-hmm.
and I can click assign, assuming I've already started a deal in Skyslope for this client. If I've already started a deal in Skyslope, I can assign it to that deal.
Okay.
If I've not assigned a deal, then I cannot use that option. So what I will have to do is I will have to just take those forms, and I have to now make sure I put them in a deal folder. Okay, so you have to make sure that you create a deal in Skyslope to use this option. Okay.
Okay.
You following so far?
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll go into transaction, and there's so many ways that you can do this. If you, especially if you already know you have a deal, I just go into Skyslope, I go into eXp Realty right here, and I just create my deal.
Okay.
I start with the address. Do you know how to create your deals in Skyslope? Have you done this before?
No, this is the first time I ever used Skyslope.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you want me to show you how to do a deal from the get-go, or do you want, or you want to do it and you can?
I think you froze up. Can you hear me? Hello?
But I can walk you through if you want to do it yourself.
Can you do it so I can see exactly how it's done?
All right, perfect. Let's do that.
Okay.
So we're gonna start. So let me get out of here.
Okay.
Let's walk the process from the beginning. Okay. So
do you want me to log into Skyslope and share my screen, or?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now, if you want to, we can log into Skyslope and share a screen, so
Okay.
that way you can be doing it and I can walk you through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. I'm not. I always use Teams instead of Zoom, so I'm trying to figure out how do you do that one. So go to share screen, I guess.
Yeah. At the bottom, you click on share screen.
Okay.
Let me stop sharing mine. By the bottom, you click on share screen.
Okay.
It's probably going to ask that I need to give you permission. So let me know what it tells you.
It says share screen. I'm just trying to figure out what I got open.
I do have the option on there for you to be able to share your screen. So let me know what it tells you.
Okay. Screen recording.
It should be a green button at the bottom with an upward arrow.
Okay. Just a second. Just popped up. Okay. I got share screen.
Okay.
Safari.
So once you click that, then you pick the browser that you want to share that you're going to be working from.
Okay.
And once you do that, then you're going to click connect. You're going to click, well, once you click the browser you want, then you're going to click share at the bottom of that browser. Inside that page, there'll be another little blue line that says share.
All right. It took me to a privacy screen. I got all these privacies on here.
Okay, yeah, you need a browser.
Okay, just a second.
So you'll probably give you several screen that you already have open. So click on a browser that you're going to use, and then click the button at the bottom for that, for the share.
Desktop 1. This is preference. Gotta bear with me. I'm not literate, computer literate when it comes to Zoom.
No worries, take your time.
This is the preference.
Give me 1 second. Keep trying to figure out. I just want to open Real quick.
Problem. Screen recording.
It's a beautiful day outside.
Oh, is it? I gotta
Oh my gosh, it's nice and sunny outside.
My dog over here going crazy. I guess he wants to go out.
He wants some attention. Exactly. He's looking outside. He's like, listen, this is November. It looks nice and sunny outside. What you got me inside the house for?
Yeah, just bear with me a second. Just trying to.
What is showing on your screen right now?
It keeps going to a privacy, security and privacy screen. I'm just trying.
Oh.
Okay. 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 Speech. Record screen.
The other thing you could do is you could just go to your what are you using? Are you using Google or Chrome or using Safari?
I'm using Safari.
Okay, so just go to your Safari screen and open the screen. I don't know. It might be. Well, let's try that because I don't know if Safari works well with Zoom or not. I'm not sure, but yeah, just open a browser up in Safari, right?
Okay.
So you have a browser open right now, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now go back to the Zoom meeting where we are in right now.
Okay.
And go to the bottom where you have that green arrow and click the up arrow that says share screen. And when you do that, there should be a little box that opens up and the Safari browser that you just opened should be showing on there as well. Is it?
Well, it's showing, but it has a caution sign on there. And I'm trying
to.
Okay.
You click on that screen and then click the blue share button.
Okay.
And then tell me what happens. It might be cautioning because it's just saying that it's secure.
Okay, it says allow Zoom to share your screen.
There you go.
Preference, security and privacy to grant access. So, all right, I'm there. All right.
And then it should be allowing you to share your screen. I'm trying to see if it's not giving me any message over here. So
yeah, it keeps bringing me back to a security preference screen. Let me see if I can figure this out right quick. Sound share.
It could be that sounds like it's your Safari security that is not letting you, let me see your screen or allowing you to share your screen currently.
Allows app below to record content your screen even when using your app. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like blacked out where I can't click on to share it. Let me see if I could just.
That's what it is. It's your security.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try Chrome.
Yeah, Chrome will probably, if you go Google Chrome, it should be a lot easier. Because yeah, Safari is all about, they have a much more, intense, I guess, security. It probably works a lot easier. Like, you're on your iMac? Are you on your Mac?
Yeah, I'm on my Mac.
That explains it.
Come on, man. That's like one of the best ones to use.
Oh no, I love Mac. That's what I use. I'm all about Mac. Trust me, I'm all about Mac. When I'm doing Zoom though, I try not to, except if I'm doing it on my iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when it's you've got to go through a lot of security things to get that off. Otherwise, yeah,
Yeah, it's not even letting me to get on Chrome either. So I guess
it's
we're gonna
not.
have to think of a way how to get into
Ah,
this.
okay.
Uh, I mean,
Okay, this is what I'll recommend then.
okay,
Since it's not letting you get on, you will be able to get on. You just have to you're gonna have to reset it up to
yeah,
remove, yeah, to remove that security setting. I
okay,
don't know, unfortunately, I don't know how to walk you through that. But what I can do is I'll go back to sharing my screen.
okay,
What you can do to make this easy will be for you to, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to be
okay,
walking through it. And
okay.
if you want, you can actually, you know, open your own Skyslope as well and
Got it.
follow the steps with me.
Okay. Let me
Yeah.
just
So I'm gonna be talking through it and then you follow it, but I'm gonna be asking you questions
okay.
so that it's we're both interacting. Make sense?
Got it.
So we come into the EXP. Is your Skyslope open right now?
Yeah, it's open.
Okay, and you can see my screen, even if you have to minimize my screen.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So we're gonna create a folder. We're gonna create a transaction. Now, the good thing let me explain every single thing on this screen.
Okay.
The first part here says manage transactions. This is where you go to if you want to manage any of your transactions that you're doing, that you already have created in there. Okay.
Okay.
Then the next one is where you create a sales transaction,
Okay.
an actual sales transaction. You have your manage your listings for your listings.
Okay.
Then if you want to create a listing that you got, create listing. This is where you're going to leave.
Okay.
So just looking at this screen right here, your house mainly is going to be creating a transaction because you represent the buyer or the renter,
Okay.
creating a listing because you're representing the buyer, the seller
Okay.
or the landlord. Those two places are where you're going to be living a lot. The
Okay.
third other place you're going to be residing in will be working documents.
Okay.
Okay, so working documents, because when you go into working documents, this will take you into your personal docs and into the office docs.
Okay.
Creating listing, representing your seller and your landlord. Creating transaction, which is where we're going to start today because we want to represent a buyer or a renter.
Okay.
So give me the address of the property because we want to create a transaction.
Okay. So it's 7915
Okay.
Eastern Avenue.
Now look at the beautiful. When you start typing, everything start coming up, right?
Yeah.
And then if you found it, if you know which one it is, Eastern Avenue, Northwest Silver Spring, if that's the one you pick it. If it's not, is any one of them showing? Which one is it?
Silver Spring.
Perfect. So boom, you just select that. And
Okay.
at the bottom, it tells you powered by Google. That's the address. You make sure it's the same thing. You click that because that allows you to actually pull as much information as possible in the MLS.
Okay.
I'm going to switch real quick to the MLS because I want to get the MLS number for this property. 7915.
I could give it to you. I have
Okay, sure.
it's
Give it to me.
MD
Mm-hmm.
MC
Mm-hmm.
728340.
728340.
Correct.
So we're going to put that in the MLS number right there. That'll be the only thing you're going to need to do mainly here. What's the sales price or the rental price?
1700.
So we're going to put that in there. The next thing is going to say select your source. If this is, if it is through ad or open house or whatever, however you get it, this is just to help you keep track.
Okay.
So if you know it, put it. If he's not listed or anything like that, you can just say other, website, whatever it is. If he's in there, you just select it. If
Okay.
he's not, no big deal. Put something on there. Next thing says, see when I said website, it's asking me to enter the website details.
Okay.
This is good. This is just for you to be able to track where all your sales are coming from for your own management later on, and for you to know where you're spending your dollars if you're advertising and if it's working. I'm just going to say personal referral so that we don't have to enter anything else.
Okay.
It's going to ask you obviously the yes or no. It's a no because it wasn't from the office. Acceptance date is always going to be the date you're writing this up.
Okay.
And it doesn't, this can always, this is just what you need to be able to get yourself going. So always use the date that you're writing, which is today, is when we write it, right?
Okay.
Then we go to this side where it says office. In your case, if you only registered in Maryland, when you click office, it's only going to be Maryland that will show. It might not even show anything else. It might not even ask you for that option. But office is basically, if you're licensed in Maryland and it's a Maryland deal, DC, if it's, if Virginia is a Virginia deal, you just select that. Then the next thing says checklist type. This is really good because it allows you to know because Skyslope is smart enough to pull every document that you need.
Okay.
So by telling you exactly what you're trying to do, it allows it to do that. So you're saying select transaction type. What's the county? Is it a rental transaction? This is a rental transaction, so I just click rental.
Okay.
If it's a sale, you want to do what county it is so I can pull those documents for you as well.
Okay.
So we click rental transaction and it tells you the next thing is you already put the county on there because it knows what county it's from.
Okay.
It's going to ask you what's your representation type. Who do you represent? I represent the
Tenant.
purchaser or the tenant.
Mhm.
He asks you what year is the property built. This is good because it also tells you, this allows you to remind you any documents that you might be missing. Do you have an idea?
1965.
65, so put in 1965. And then the next thing is he asks you for the closing date. So you just pick the closing date. You can put the exact closing date. You can put 30 days from now, whatever, what date are they moving in?
1st of December.
Okay, since the agreement has already been made, 1st of December. So we do that, and then you click next at the bottom.
Okay.
If you miss anything when you click next, it's going to tell you that you're missing something. It's not going to let you go through.
Okay.
So once that is done, then you have to follow this in each step. If it's not going to let you go to the next one. Like, for example, seller landlord is the first. If I click on purchaser tenant, it tells me, it says you must complete and save the contact before continuing. So it's not going to let you go through. That way it allows you not to miss anything. So we're going to put the seller's name on there. I'm just going to say landlord.
Okay.
Landlord is what I'm just going to put for the name.
Okay.
So I'm going to say landlord. You put that in there. You don't need anything else. You just click save and the next one.
Okay.
The next thing is your purchaser. Then you put your purchase. If you've done deals with this client before and they're in Skyslope, you can search for the contact.
Okay.
Up top. If you've never done anything with them, you can just put their name on there.
Okay.
And they always, the red asterisks, those are the pertinent information that you need to have in there.
Okay.
If you have those in there, you're good. So we're just going to say renter one. I can't type, so sorry, pardon me.
No problem.
So you're going to put that in there, first and last name. I will always put their email address.
Got it.
And the reason why you want that email address on there is when you want to send them documents electronically. You want to already have that information on there.
All right.
So that's why I'll do that. So I'm just going to put one of my email addresses on there just for ease. Then phone number. Boom. And you click save. What if there are two renters or two buyers on this? Because the same thing applies if you're doing, a buyer, if you represent the buyer. If there's more than one, once you do that and you save it, move it up a little bit, and right at the bottom it says new purchaser.
Okay.
So you can add another purchaser to it.
I got it.
So this time around, I'm going to add a purchaser, but I'm going to do it. I'm not going to type it in. I'm just going to do it based on I've done a deal with someone before, so let's get that person's name, right?
Okay.
So that's another way for you to search. So I'm going to just go in there and I'm going to say, start typing, and boom. The moment I start typing, the name pops up. I select that person. The email is put in there. Phone number did not pop up, but sometimes the phone number will pop up because I've probably done it so many times with that person. So you add the phone number in there, but a lot of times it will just pull them up as well. Then once that is done, you click save. And you go back up and you get the next person. Title or escrow. Because you're doing rental and because there's not necessarily anybody for title or anything that is holding any money, you can just do NA.
Okay.
And that way you don't have to worry about that. Let's try something. Is it going to let you save? Say it's not going to let you save if you don't put all those information in there.
Okay.
So
So for the title and escrow, I don't really need to put anything except with the asterisk at and just put, I could just put in a and just a zero numbers and stuff like that.
correct, exactly.
Okay.
Because on a rental, since nobody's holding any information, yeah, just but the email, you have to put an email address in there. So you can put I always put my email address on there.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not going to send any information, but it's just the system is just trying to make sure that you don't forget any important information that you're going to need. So once you do that, because again, it's a rental, there's no title company that is needed.
Okay.
Agent on the other side, you do need that information. So I'm going to put an agent's name on there. So again, you get that agent's information from the MLS, right?
Okay.
So I'm just going to type an agent's name that I've worked on or whatever the case is, and I select that person. All the information is on there.
Okay.
Save. And the next thing, I do lender. Again, because this is a renter, right? A rental, excuse me. Because this is a rental, there is no lender in a rental.
Okay.
You can just come up here and you can put NA, cash deal. You see it right under there?
Got it.
If I select that column, I can do save because there's no, this is straight rental, there's no lender involved, and boom, I can do that. And all that is done. Then I click on submit. Once I submit, it brings you to this screen and you automatically see right here everything you put in there. And then you have an email address for this deal already in the middle.
Okay.
So next thing I do, you have to fill out, again, only the red portions, the red asterisks. So your sales commission, how are you getting paid? How are they paying you based on what they put in the MLS? So you
40%.
Sorry?
40%.
Okay. So you can put that on there as what you're getting paid. Then you go down. It says deposit will the brokerage hold earnest money. We don't hold any earnest money at EXP. So I select no. Is there any referral type? I'm not paying any referral to anybody, so I select no.
Okay.
Then I come back up here. If you're charging any transaction fee, like a flat fee or anything, this is where you're going to put it.
Okay.
Okay. If there's none, you don't need to put anything, and then you click submit.
Okay.
Now, the moment you click submit, it's generated your deal. You have a pending status. It takes you straight into your checklist. So your checklist now tells you every single document that you need for this transaction.
Okay.
Okay. Now, one of the questions you asked was, how do I get my information in, right?
Yeah.
There's so many ways we can attach, but the first thing we want to do is getting that information here.
Okay.
So what I do is, because there's several ways you can bring information. So the first thing I want to do here is I want to copy this email address because this is the email address for the deal that you're working on.
Okay.
So I just copied the email address for this deal, right?
Okay.
Now, let's say, so I've copied that. Now let me get out of this because now I want to go get my folders, right?
Okay.
Let's look for different ways to get folders. I go back to eXp Realty. I go back to my working documents, right? And we started from the office docs earlier on, remember?
Yes.
So we go back to office docs. Maryland is what I'm looking at. So I click on Maryland.
Okay.
I know this is a deal that I'm doing in Montgomery County.
Yeah.
So I pull my forms in GCAR. Once I click on GCAR, what forms do I need? I need, now, if again, I'm assuming you already have your buyer's agency and all that kind of stuff already anyways, right?
Yeah.
So you can, I'm going to show you how to bring those forms into your deal as well, since you already have them. But you're looking for certain folders here. So you need maybe your buyer's financial information. Maybe you need that. This is a rental. So let's say you need, you just go through and see if any of those forms are here. You don't want to do a final walkthrough, you get that form. Let's go to the next screen. We're looking for probably rental, like a lease agreement or anything like that. If the forms are in here, we'll find it. If they're not, and we're looking through and we can't find it, then we go somewhere else to go and find it. But let's see, these are all new homes.
So where it says the lease agreement, so I could just upload the lease agreement that the company sent over to me. Compass.
That they provide, correct, correct. Yeah, so any form that you need, boom, you can just click those, right?
Okay.
And then, so once you click those forms, you click assign.
Okay.
You click the assign button up there. Now, this is the deal that you created, 7915 Eastern Avenue.
Okay.
I click that assign button next to that address. Then I can get out of this area and go back to my transactions up top.
Okay.
And if I look for the address and I click that same address, I can come now to my documents, and voila, the form that I selected is right there.
Okay.
Now, what if not all of my forms are in the office docs? Let's go get some more forms, right?
Yes.
If you're getting your forms from Trello board, I do not use Trello board because I'm not that familiar with it. However, if your forms are coming from Trello, can you see my Trello
I
screen?
can.
You can, okay. So you come into your Trello screen, you look for your documents, and lease invoice, for example, all the counties are there. But if that's what you're looking for, you look at you look at that one and say, okay, that's the form that I need. You can download this. Again, I'm not very good with Trello, so I really don't use Trello, but this is where you're going to get the form. But based on just looking at this, it means I'm going to have to download this form into my, I'm going to have to download it to my laptop to save it on one of my folders and then go ahead and send this to the deal.
Okay.
But this is how you're going to do it. But let's go to what I use that I'm very much comfortable with. So I go to my Zipforms. That's another place of getting forms. I go to my Zipforms. I go to my Zipforms, and in my Zipforms, I'm going to log in. Can you see my Zipform screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to log into Zipforms. This is actually the progression of the way I do all of my deals. I start everything in Zipforms. I create my folder like I did in Skyslope. Then I come to Zipforms and I create my entire deal.
Okay.
That way I can save everything. Again, you know, I can have every single information in there. It's taking forever for Zipforms to load. So I come into Zipforms. I already have my Zipforms set up. I go into transactions, right? Then here for sake of time, I'm going to rush through it by using something that I already created, right? But I'm still going to, you know, give you the details. In fact, actually, you know, let's just do it this way, because I've already set up most of the things for my deals. So I come into my Zipforms, I click on new. It's a lease that I'm doing, so I click on new lease. Okay, and what was the address again for that property? 9715.
7915
Oh, sorry, 7915. So 7915
Eastern Avenue.
Eastern Avenue.
Yes.
Eastern Avenue. Eastern Avenue is in Silver Spring, right?
Silver Spring, yes.
I wonder why it's not coming up. It's coming up as Hyattsville. Okay, watch this though.
Okay.
This is the other thing. I'm going to leave it at Eastern Avenue is the one, but watch this. Give me that MLS number again.
MD.
Uh-huh.
MC.
Uh-huh.
728.
Uh-huh.
340.
340. So I type in, see what I did? I click on the MLS Connect. This is a very easy way of getting all your stuff too. I click on the MLS Connect. I click on Include Property Info, and I click Find. It says invalid. Did I put the number in? MDMC 728 340.
Correct.
I'm missing something because it says it's invalid. So let me go into, let's go here real quick. It's a residential lease. Let me log into my MLS. So I'm going to search for it, and it's 7915. So 7915 Eastern Avenue. Which one is it? Unit 5?
Unit 708.
Ah, okay.
It's not on there.
It's not on there.
They must be took it off already.
Yeah. So Eastern Avenue. This is your deal already, though. It's already done, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're probably pending or active under contract. Watch this. That's the reason why it was not coming up. That was why it didn't let me. That's why it did not pick it up in there. It typically would have.
Okay.
But because it's already in, it's in a pending status. I believe that's the reason why it's not letting me.
Got it.
But typically, I would have done that, and when I did this find, it will pop up and pull the property.
Okay.
So once it pulls the property, then you can say use that listing, but it's not popping up. So how can I want to do this in a way where I can make this work for you so you can see, because I want you to be able to see how this really truly works and integrated with your Zipforms, because it's very easy. I'm going to do a different address. Let's just do 9724. I just want to pull something. So if I'm pulling this address, because I want to show you how, because you can definitely use, this is how I would recommend you do it in the future, because it makes it so easy for you to get all your information and to keep going. So give me 1 second real quick. So now I put the address in there. Hopefully it's going to pull this one up, and that's what, perfect. So it finds that property, and I'm going to say use that listing. So the moment I do that, everything comes over there, right? Then I can save this. This is how I do all of my deals. Then I'm doing residential, then I save the deal, and it takes me right into this screen. I click on my documents. So I go into parties. I make sure all the parties is in there. I put the tenant's information. I put the, the buyer's information will already be in there. So I'm just going to say test 2. I put the email address on there. The phone number is in there. Then I click save. So now I've got the person I'm representing, the information is on there. The MLS, the benefit of me putting the MLS number is it allows it to pull every information for the listing agent and all that. It pulls all that in there as well. So less typing. So I have all this stuff that I need. If I need to put a lender, I go into my service provider, I put the lender for any information I need, I just include everything there, right? Once that is all done, depending on if you have your templates set up already, it'll pull all your templates. If you don't, then all you do is you just go to all forms and you attach all the forms that you need, right, for your deal. You pull all your forms. So again, this is where now you bring all your forms for your deal, right, that you need into the deal. So rental agreement, agency, whatever it is that you need form-wise, you add it to it. You pull all your forms, whether it's rental agreement, whether it's a lease agreement, you can go into this and do all forms. So you can actually go through each one and look, okay, I'm doing a deal. Do I need a blank addendum? If I do, I add that to it. Do I need an addendum of clauses? What forms? Oh, I need my buyer agency agreement. Boom, let's add that to it. I need my I mean, you get the idea, right?
Yes.
Any form that you need, you can pull them right here in Zipforms. So once I take all my forms and I add it to it, I'm just gonna, take a bunch of forms just for, so you can see what we're trying to do. So just take any form where it's coming from. It's from Montgomery County. I need a certain kind of form for my deal. I'll pull the form right here and I add it to it. Contract of sale or lease agreement. I add it to it.
And that's in zip forms, right?
Sorry?
You're in zip forms, correct?
Yes, I'm in Zipforms. Yes. So once I add all of my forms to it, the next thing that I do personally is, one form that I always add to every one of my deal. This will make your life a lot easier, is your cover sheet. Always, always add your cover sheet in Zipforms. The benefit of you adding your cover sheet in Zipform is this, and that's usually the first form that I always put up. Let me organize this just here because this form makes your life so much easier. Once you add your cover sheet, right? Now go into your cover sheet. All of your client's information is in there. Anything you need to add it right here.
Okay.
Because you only need to type all this pertinent information the first time. You don't ever have to really worry about it again. So I'll put it on here. How much is the price, whatever it is that you're doing, you put on there. When is your purchase agreement date? What date are you looking to settle? You said the first. You add all of this stuff in there. If there is a selling broker, which is you, your information goes on here, right? What you add your information on here. Yeah, let's go, Jimmy. So you put your information on there and your email address, all that good stuff. You add all that in there. Your license number, all of those will be in there, right?
Okay.
Once you have all of this there, once you type everything in the cover sheet that you need, you click save and you come out. Then you can now start going into each and every one of your file. And let's say most of all the information will be on there. Then you just now add whatever else you want to add. It's done on this date, whatever is Montgomery County, whatever, what kind of financing, if there's a financing, you put all those there. I know we're doing a rental on this purpose, but this is how you fill everything out. Once you do all of this in Zipforms and you save it, you go through each and every one of your folder, right?
Okay.
Every one of your documents. Once you do all of this for each and every one of your documents, then, and everything is completed, is correct, including your agency agreement, anything you want to do, like I said, again, you come in here and you put all that information on there, you put your client's information on there, it's eXp Realty, all of this good stuff. Once all of that is done, I can't type to save my life today. So once all that information is on there, right, you put the date of your agreement. Once all of this is done, in Zipforms, this is the easiest way that I do it. So once I do everything here in Zipforms, now I want to transfer the forms that I want into my deal in Skyslope, right?
Yeah.
The next thing I do is I come up here and I click send. I click on the email. Then I select the forms that I want to take. If I want to take form one, this form, this form, this form, this form, those are all the forms that I want to send. Then I click next. And it's gonna, whatever information I have on here is where it's gonna go to. So I'm gonna click that. My information will come up as the agent. That'll be the first now, it will be in there. So I select myself as an agent. I don't ever send anything to my client in Zipforms. I don't. The only person I want to send this to is to myself.
Okay.
And inside the deal that I'm working. So I select myself first and I CC. You remember I copied that deal email.
Okay.
So I CC myself.
Oh, got the wrong email.
Yeah. Yeah, I have so many, sometimes See, it's not, okay, so I'm gonna go back. I I must not have really copied the email address when I thought I did.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna copy the email address. I'm gonna go back to Zipforms and I'm going to paste the email address. Then I give it a title. If it's contract package, whatever it is, so that, I just put that on there, contract, addendum, whatever the case is, and I send it.
Okay.
It's gonna go round and round and round in circles, takes forever, just because there's so much stuff going on in the background. So once it sends it, I click OK. I can get out of Zipforms and go back to my Skyslope. Then, oops, oh, I'm already in the deal, sorry. So I go into the deal and I go back to documents. Let's give it a minute. Wow, the internet is really super slow today. All my documents should be in here. I haven't even, there you go. So this is what I just sent from Zipforms.
Okay.
And I know Zipforms always send every single thing in your signature. It sends all, these are all images. See that?
Uh-huh.
Zipform sends all this stuff.
Okay.
I don't know that. So I just take all this stuff that I don't need. I click on them. Then I come up here where it says move and I move them all to trash. But this is what I just sent from Zipforms. See that?
Got it.
These are all the documents I just sent from Zipforms.
Okay.
Now your documents are in here. So I rename it to what I want it to be because it just says, it calls it PDF forms, 508. I want to rename it so I know what I'm doing. So I can click on rename and I can just say contract package. So I know how to identify it in the future. Rental package, whatever it is, I give it a name. So now they're in Skyslope. The next thing is, so do you have any questions so far? Do you follow the progression, right? I start everything in my Zipforms. I already created a deal in Skyslope. I can use that email address, then go to Zipforms, create all my deal, then take the forms that I need and send them here to Skyslope.
Got it. I got that part. Now it auto populates in Skyslope. I mean, in Zip.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it does auto populate as long as you fill all that information out on your cover sheet.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
So whatever you put on the cover sheet that you need is what is going to transfer into those forms.
Okay.
Then you have to go into each one of those forms and complete any line that is not completed or add any information that you need to add to it.
Okay.
So like on your lease agreement, if you need to put the dollar amount, or if you need to, if you already put it on the cover sheet, it will populate it. It will take it right into your forms. But you may need to go into each of those forms to make sure that you complete that entire form. So everything you need is in there.
Got it. Okay.
And once you do that and you transfer it to Skyslope, everything comes.
Okay.
Now, I want to send this document to my client to sign.
Okay.
Or to complete whatever I need to complete. So you select, you click, you select the check boxes on the side, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And you come up here where it says DigiSign.
Okay.
And that's where you're going to do your DigiSign. Now, another thing, before we do that, let's say there's some forms that you transferred into from Trello, or it's sitting on your laptop in your folders, right? Okay. And you want to add those forms to it. You come right here to upload document. Mm-hmm. You see that?
Okay.
You can click upload document. Then you can start adding whatever form you want. For example, you want to add wire fraud. You want to add your, okay, no, no wire, no, because I have it here in my desktop. Okay, so you want to add the wire fraud advisory notice. You can click that. You click open and you import that form into your folder. So any form whatsoever, whether you got it from Trello or wherever you got it from, and it's sitting on your computer and you want to get this form into your Skyslope, just click on upload documents and you can you can bring those documents
Okay.
aboard. Okay. So anything you want to bring, you can bring it on board, and that's how you add that form. Now, you want to now send this form to your client to sign. You want to start doing your deals. You select those forms, then you click on DigiSign, and on DigiSign is going to pull all those documents right here. Over here, let's say you want your contract to be first. You can rearrange the order.
Okay.
So I want the contract to be the first thing. I can move it up top. I want wiring fraud to be the last thing. I can move it down below. Okay. Let's say, oh, I need some more forms and I forgot to put them in there. You can come to the side where it says upload. As long as those forms are on there, you can click on them and check them, and you can bring them over here. The moment you click them, if I click that, it's going to add it. Okay, but that's not a form. That's something that we deleted. But if there's a form there, boom, it can add it to it.
Okay.
Once you check that box, then you click next. Then they ask you who's signing first. I'm the agent. I want to sign some things, or I sign some things, right? I want to send it to my clients for them to sign. I click, I want him to sign. I click, I want him to sign. What if I want to send it after it's all signed? I want to send it to the agent on the other side. I can do that here as well.
Okay.
But I don't want that agent to sign anything. I just want them to receive it. I go into edit recipient, and I can click receive a copy only.
Okay.
So I can change it, and I click save. What if I want to add someone else to this file? I can say new recipient, right? And I can say, oh, I want Herbert to get this folder. If I already have your information on there, it's gonna pop up. But if I don't, I can just type everything in. Oh no, oh no, that's not who I want to send it to. No, I want to send it to James. Oh no, someone else. Oh no, let's send it to Lee, because Lee is the person that needs to look at this first. It doesn't need to sign, but he just needs to look at it. Boom, and I can do that, and I can enter your email address.
Okay.
Right. What's your email address? Lee dot, right?
Yeah, Lee.Falcon at
Okay.
EXP.
EXP Realtor, right? So I can just type in your email address. Boom. Then I can say, what's your role? I assign you a role, agent, miscellaneous, whatever you want to put on there. Do I need you to sign? Yes, I want you to sign. If I don't want you to sign, I just want you to receive a copy. I go on and say receive a copy. So I'm going to say to you, I want you to sign it. Then I click save. Oh, I don't want this agent on there. I don't want this person. So hey, let's remove Kelly. And boom, she's gone.
Okay.
Right. So you check it, just make sure, everybody's email is correct. There's like people that want to make sure they receive this information. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All good and done. Then you click next. Then you begin to assign. This is exactly like dot loop.
Okay.
In regards that, okay, so now I want them to sign. You can click on initials at the top. You click the initial, you can resize it, make it smaller, make it bigger, however you want it to be, right? And then, but I don't want Jimmy to sign it because Jimmy is the agent. Your name always pops up because you're the agent. So I do the drop down. I want Lee to sign, or no, I want the renter to sign, right? But there are two renters on there. So I want the second renter to sign. His name is Willie. I change it like that. And that's how you go through everything. Now, signature, I do the same thing. I want Willie to sign, but that's not Willie. Renter one is the first person, and the second person is Willie. So that's how you assign it. Okay.
All right.
Oh, what if, by the way, I forgot, I need to write, because I didn't do that before, I need to write something there. So I go to writable, and I click writable over there. I just need to make sure I change it, that I'm the one that is doing the writing. So I change it to that. I want to resize this. I can resize it however I need to. Then I move it down, place it where I want it to be. I change it to my name, and I say, today's date is when we're doing this, 12/16. 2020. So if you want to write, you can do that over there.
Okay.
Same thing goes over there. You can do the same thing over here. I want to change the way it is. Just like dot loop, and you can do it like that over there again, and say $2,000, you know, whatever it is, you know, you type that in there. Okay. And then you just go on and you go on and assign every single thing. Now, don't forget, I did say I want you to sign. So I got to make sure, because if I don't assign everybody to sign something, it's not going to let me complete. See up top here where it says back and send?
Mhm.
The send is grayed out, really can't do anything because I haven't assigned portion to everybody that I said is going to sign. So I need to make sure I finish that. And if this is the spot that you need to sign, I do that and I change it to you, boom. You know, once everything is assigned and I finish every stage of what needs to be done, once every stage is finished, like so, I assign everything to everybody. Oops, let me change it to this. I assign, assuming I've done every single thing, then you click send. Then you can put your message in there, review and sign, please. You know, whatever you need to put in there, you can just put the information in there. Then you click send for signature. It says sign now, which is me because I have a portion to sign. I adopt my signature. I click agree. I click start. It takes me through everything that that I have to do. If I need to change something here, oh no, it's not $2,000. I messed that up. I can clean it out and say no, $1,700 is what I meant to put in there. $1,700. You know, you still have a shot to change everything or whatever you need to retype or do, you can do it right here. Once it's done, you click next and it says submit. Boom, done. In your inbox, because I sent it to you, it's going to pop up in your inbox that you need to sign something that someone was sent to you, because I did send something to you to sign.
Okay.
And it's going to pop up in my inbox also, whatever I sent to myself that I need to sign. I can go into this. Once it pops up, you know, but it hasn't popped up yet. It's going to flash across my screen once it gets there, but you get the idea. So that's how you grab your information. That's how you put it in there. That's how you send it out and get signatures.
Okay. So you use Zipforms more so than Trello.
Yes.
Okay.
Everything I do, I use Zipforms.
Okay.
If I'm looking for a form that I cannot find, I go to Trello to find it and I download that form and save it on in one of my folders on my computer.
Got it.
That's what I do with Trello, yes.
Got it.
The same thing, like if you go to the NAR website and you're looking for forms, because you can get forms from the NAR website as well. If you can't find the form anywhere, you know how to get that, right?
From what is it called again?
NAR, the National Association of Realtors.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I got
Yeah,
it.
I can go to nar.org, and if I don't know, can you still see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so I come into nar.org, I go home, and I can find forms. If you ever pop up, this, oh my gosh, this thing is super,
Rocketeering.
everything is super slow today. But I can come in and go home, and I can look for educational resources, and that's where I'm gonna get the forms.
Nah, I never been on this website before.
Yeah, if you're a member of the oh, this is I'm gonna do.
National
No, I'm looking.
Association of Realtors. I was like,
Yeah.
racketeer.
Oh my God. This is funny. Sometimes this happens to me. I know most of the time I try to come in, I can't. I just assume that it's free. So I come to this website, which is this. This is what I want. National Association of Realtors. Let me log in.
Yeah.
I come to my National Association of Realtors.
I was about to say you in the rockets and drones and stuff.
This is not even, huh? It's not even letting me, wait a minute, what's going on? What is going on? I must have just cleaned my what is, I can't even remember my NAR information to log in. That's kind of weird. But it typically would have just, gotten me right into it. What's my next NAR? Something's happening that something's cleaned up all of my passwords in there, which is a good thing.
So I take it you're a full-time realtor, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How long you been with EXP?
Um, October 2018. So it's 2 years now, right? 2019. Okay. Yeah. So this is my second year. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm over my second year now. So I'm 2 years, 2 months in.
Okay. Who were you with before?
I was at Keller Williams for 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For 6 months.
I started real estate I started and went straight in full time April 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For some weird reason, I don't know what I did with my NAR. I don't know what I did with my NAR.
Was the Washington D.C. realtors test hard?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And if you want to do DC, just let me know. I do have the 176 page of what you need to use to study.
Got it. I definitely want to get my DC license. I'm gonna try to do Virginia as well. I have a good friend that's a real estate agent in San Antonio. He's moving to Virginia, and he's been studying for his broker's license. So he wants to get his Virginia and DC license as well.
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing. You should do it. It really is good. But this is where I want it to be. I can't remember my password for that. But if you come into the Maryland Association of Realtors, MAR,
yeah,
and if there are forms that you can't find, right, and you need certain forms, you can just come right here. And I think it's under publications. If you come under publications, you have the magazine. That's not what I want. No. I'm looking for forms, leadership. I barely come here, so I need to start coming back here more often. But I'm trying to find the forms. I'm trying to find the library you go to for forms. Forms. There you go. Oh no, these are the videos. I don't want videos. Not the calendar, professionalism, leadership. Where are the forms? Licensing, realtor property. Why can I not find my forms? It's not programs. Those are the programs. There is a section for forms, and I need to find where the forms are because I want to show it to you, where you can also pull forms if you cannot find the forms that you need. All your forms that you need will be right here. Okay. Bless you.
Thank you.
Leadership team, no. Accessibility, mission statement. This is interesting. You can't find the forms. I don't know. I've pulled the forms here before. So why am I not finding the forms? It's not the magazine. It's not the update videos. It's not that either. But the forms are in here. I promise you they're in here. I just can't for some, because we're like kind of like on a time thing. I don't, state and education. Okay, maybe they moved it here. Local boards. No, that's not it. But it is in here though. That the forms are in here. I'm gonna have to play with it, and when I find it again, I'll get it to you. Document managers. There you go. See?
Okay.
It's right here. It's right here. It's under legal.
Legal. Okay.
It's under legal and your statewide forms.
Got it.
So, because I know the forms are here. So boom. Okay, so it's asking me to log back in. So boom, this is where you come to and you find all your statewide forms are right here. And as you can see, I'm subscribed to all of them. So if you're looking for any kind of form, you can click on it and find it.
Mhm.
Or you can even do a search for them by clicking on this search button up here, but any kind of addenda you're looking for, as is addenda, backup contract, any of these forms that you're looking for, any form, if you can't find it anywhere else, it's here.
Okay.
But you will find 99% of your forms in Trello board as well as Zipforms.
Okay.
But if I can't find it, I can just click right here. And this is my conventional financing addendum form. Boom, I can download that form right here and download it and save it right into my computer.
Got it.
So anytime I need it, I can always pull a blank one and upload it to my system. So very easy, right?
Yeah.
It's easy when it works. But that's kind of like what you do. So any questions so far? Anything else that we need to go over that? Probably
So once you get everything together and you get your folder and you got your documents,
yeah.
and you send them to your client to sign, once they sign them, it comes back to the folder signed and complete. So
Correct.
after that's done, what's the next thing that you do?
So everything automatically comes back, just like you said, boom, it comes right back into your folder. Then you can go back into that transaction, which is this one.
Okay.
Once it's all signed, all your documents will be right here, and up top is going to say signed. It's not back here because somebody hasn't signed.
Okay.
And the somebodies that have not signed, you can find out too. So you go back to eXp Realty, right?
Okay.
Click on your working documents, and you can look at, oh, sorry. I'm sorry, not that. Sorry. So you in your transaction, I apologize. I was thinking of somewhere. So you in your transaction up here, see where it says eXp Realty?
Okay.
Transactions, listing, and then DigiSign, right?
Okay.
You click on the DigiSign, and you can see who has not signed yet.
Okay.
So because it's gonna say drafts, sent, completed, and templates. If it's completed, you're gonna see the folder here that is completed. If it's not, it's under sent. So the document I just sent is right here. Then it tells you who hasn't signed yet. It says we're still waiting for you to sign.
Okay.
And the renter one and renter two, I'm waiting for them to sign as well.
Okay.
So we're waiting for those two people to sign. If they haven't signed, and if they say, oh, I can't see it, you can call them and say, oh, you didn't see it? Not a problem. Click on that button that says resend.
Okay.
And you can resend the document to each person that is you're still waiting for them to resign, right?
Okay.
You can resend it to each one of them. Oh, I sent it to him. Oh my gosh, what the heck did Jimmy send me? So we're not gonna get that back from him, but I can change that, right?
Okay.
I can change it right here and put another email address. Oh, Jimmy, I didn't get it, but that's why I didn't sign it. Then you can change the information, to the email address where you want to send it to and click resend.
Got it.
So whatever you want to send to, you send it to them like that, and then they'll get it. They'll complete the signatures. And once they complete the signatures, then you can then when we go back, say mine is right here.
Okay.
And I click view now. That's a view now part. Now I want the one that I need to sign. So let's see. If he sent it to me, then I can re-sign it. It says I've signed. Okay, I'm still waiting for my system to send it to me. He's still going through. He hasn't sent it yet. But once it's sent, I get it, then I can sign it. But going back to, again, the information, once everybody signs, you will see it in here. It will be right back in your deal. But this is how you see who hasn't signed yet, and who needs to sign.
Okay.
Once it's completed, it's going to say everybody signed it. So yeah, then you can go into your transaction. Once you get in your transaction, so for example, everybody signed, you go into your transaction and the deal is right there. All the forms are right in there. Okay. The next thing to do is you now go, this is a different deal, but the next thing you do is you go into your checklist And this is where you have to assign everything in your checklist. So showing you, let me show you how to do that. So you're in your documents, right? Because your checklist is always right? You want to assign stuff.
Okay.
So let's say this, you pick this folder, you want to assign stuff in this folder, you click, you check that side and you go to split. And this is where you start splitting and transferring stuff to wherever it goes. Let me find a deal that I can use as a good example. Because I don't have much on the one that we were using to practice. So let's say, let's go into, I've already assigned most of these deals there. So let's say, let's go into this deal. So you have all your documents in here that has been signed, but now you want to assign them. So let me assign agency, for example, for this client. So I click that, I check it on the side and I click split. This screen pops up. Then understanding, I want to start assigning things, right? So I start typing understanding and it's going to pop up. Got it? So I click that. Understanding whom real estate agents represent. I need 2 of those pages. I click that. You know, I start assigning each and everything that I want to go in there. Then this one says consent to dual agency. I type in consent. It pops up. I click that. How many pages is that? Pages 3 and 4. I assign that. Notification, if I want to include that. I click notification. Notification of dual agency, I click that, I assign that page. So I click each and everything that I need to assign. Let's say I've added everything, then I click split and assign. Okay, once you click split and assign, it's going to assign the documents in there, and you can go to, say, go to checklist to go and see what you've just assigned. See, boom, boom, is assigned and is under review. Okay. So this is what you do to each one of your files. And then the more of those documents you assign, the less red you're going to get. When it's in yellow in review, it means someone is reviewing those folders. And once it's completed, it's going to turn green.
Okay, I guess the only part that I'm kind of confused at, when you splitting it, who you splitting it and sending it to?
You splitting and sending it to the Skyslope transaction coordinator.
Oh, okay.
So your broker, yeah, your broker will review it.
Okay.
Someone in Skyslope will review it, and your broker will review it.
Okay.
They get to it pretty quick, and then they review it. So
okay.
One, for example, just to show you, one that I just recently sent was this guy right here. And if you look on my checklist, they've reviewed most of it, and now it's checked. It's green.
Okay. So the forms that were signed, so the forms that were signed and they came back, you go to checklists.
Correct.
Split it by sending those forms to the reviewer.
Yeah. You can do it in checklist if you've already separated them. The easiest way to do it is just go into your documents.
Okay.
You go into your documents.
Okay.
The documents all pop up, and then you now say, okay, what do I want to assign and split? Good example would be, okay, let's click on this. This is one that was signed by the client.
Okay.
So I need to assign this entire folder. For example, this is the inspection that has been signed by my client that I sent to. I've not received the signed copy back from the seller yet, but I'm going to pretend like as if I have.
Okay.
I'm going to say, okay, this is the actual inspection, property inspection. So I start typing property inspection report. Actually, I can assign the entire property inspection report because it doesn't need to be signed by anybody. So that's my report. And I know it's like 20 pages. So I go all the way down to 20 pages, including the summary. I'm going to include all that. So I'm going to say page 1 to page 23 in my property inspections report. So I'm going to assign that. Boom.
So why not assign the whole form? You just sign like certain documents. I
Yes,
mean,
because
certain.
I need to, I've got to separate each one of my forms so it goes there because someone is going to review it. So you want to make sure you are assigning the right form to this place for them to review. So if there's any issue, any problem, they can know and they can advise you what to do.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So once I get all those documents that I do that, I'm gonna go to checklist, right? What I just assigned now, which is the inspection report, is right here. Property inspections report is in review. I can click on that to see what I just sent myself, and it's going to open up. That's what I sent. I don't want to put any other document in there if I don't want it to be in that folder.
Okay.
Make sense? So
Okay.
once my inspection notice has been signed, I can assign that also to this. But that's how you separate your forms, right? That's how you separate your forms and you assign it to each section that it needs to go into.
Okay.
So, for example, if there's a problem and someone needs to know, then they'll give me, for example, right here, when everything is done, I'm going to attach, the agent completion form, which I already did. Then the broker sent me an information. It says, please see notes for incomplete items. See, they're telling me what is incomplete, what I need to address, right? So they tell me exactly what is the issue, right? Then once I fix it, then I can wipe this out and say, okay, fix, completed. Then they'll review it, and if it's good, then they said approved, done. So that's why it's important to make sure that you separate your forms and write. So again, you go to documents, you find the document you want to assign, okay? And you click on split, and you assign each document to where it's supposed to go to. So if you just start, let's say I just say AD or something, it's going, if you want to just start, you don't know what the name of the form is, you can just start typing and then you can start scrolling through and see. What's in red is what you want to assign and make sure that you have it. And then you go through and say, okay, this is what I want to assign to that document. So does that make sense?
Okay. So where it says, so split and send to the people that's checking the documents, right?
Correct.
So it shouldn't be anything they need to sign. It just, you can split it and send it to them. Okay.
Correct.
Review. Okay.
Review, yes. So once your client is signed everything and they send it back to you and you get it, then you can go into the deal and then you can even go into your checklist to see what am I missing in this file? What have I not added to it? So, I'm missing my MLS listing, then I need to go into the MLS and go get that listing. So once, I'm missing that I can even do right here. That's why I said, if your forms are split already, you can come to the attach in checklist and attach it. But if they're not split, you have to do it through the documents. So for example, I can say, hey, attach, boom, let me go into attach. I know I've got the form in my folder, so let me just go find it. I can start the MLS. Oh, I've got the MLS for that property, boom. I can click that MLS, I click open, it saves it right here. These are the many several different ways of you getting your documents in there. Boom, you put it in there, and then I can say, okay, let me look at what I just attached. If it's the right document, oh yeah, that's what I wanted, and then you're good. It's going to get reviewed, right? Mm-hmm. That is good. If it's not the right document, I can remove it. And it says, are you sure? I say, yes, I want to remove it. That's not the right document. See that?
Okay. Yeah. So that document you put in there, you split it and send it to the reviewer with your packet, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So again, all your documents, just go into your documents. Once it's signed and you receive it back, go into your documents and then start splitting the information. So you have a package. This is your package. You click on, you select it. You click on split, and then you start to attach each of those documents wherever they belong. So if this document belongs to MLS listing, you type in MLS listing, you click it. How many pages belong to MLS listing? Maybe it's the first 2 pages, you attach it. Then you go, what's this page? This one is the addendum of clauses or whatever it is. You start typing addendum of, then it comes addendums. Boom, you attach it. How many pages? the next thing. So that's how you attach each and every one of your documents.
Oh, okay. So you basically just naming what's on a document and split it
Correct.
up. Okay, I got it. I got it.
Once you finish that, then you click on split and assign, and it automatically puts them in that folder.
I got it. Okay.
And that's when it gets reviewed
Okay.
by the coordinator and your broker. Once it's reviewed and it's the perfect thing, they complete it and they give you a green check mark and it turns to green.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, I got that. So once it's all green, that's when you get paid.
Once it's all green, that's what you all you're waiting now for is you waiting for settlement, and on settlement date, boom, once it's settled, that's when you get paid. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Got
Part of the other things that you will need to get paid will be this. Once all of this is green, let me go into a transaction that everything is green and we're just waiting for settlement. So for example, let's look at this deal. So everything is green. We go to checklist. Everything is green. All right. This will go green also once we haven't gotten the HOA because we're still days out from settlement. But once everything is green, let me find a folder that is actually totally green that we're just waiting for. I really don't have any because there's still some things that is needed to be done. But this will probably be the closest, this 8715. So once everything is green, the other part for you now to get paid, the other part will be right at the bottom right here. The only thing that'll be left is where it's closing documents, right? So once they do the disbursement, this is going to go green because they've sent the information out, means you're getting close to closing. This is going to be green. This disbursement authorization, it means you're very close to getting paid. The last thing you will need will be signed closing disclosure, which you will get as settlement, and then you have to upload that.
Okay.
As well as your commission checks. In Maryland, because you get paid at the closing table, you will actually get your check when you close on a purchase. Okay, even on a rental, you get your check depending on the company that is doing. You get your check, but now once you get that check, you pretty much paid. But you need to upload that check as well as your signed alter. You need to upload those two documents here. Once you upload those, that's when they will be able to close your file once it's reviewed. But because you get paid at the table, you can take your check that they give you and you can, deposit your check and that's it, you paid.
Okay.
But just to close your file, you need to upload those two documents and that's it. Got it?
So once you get paid at the table and you upload the check, how do EXP get their money?
EXP's money is emailed directly to them. They won't, at the closing table, they're not going to give you EXP's check except if you and EXP says to give it to you. But typically, 99.9999% of the time, the check is mailed to EXP automatically and you get your check at the table.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm getting a better understanding of this. Of course, I'm gonna text you.
No, absolutely. And when you get a transaction, then that you got to do, we'll walk through it. That's not a problem at all. Yeah. Just text me and we'll do another Zoom call.
Okay, that sounds good.
Those kind of things, when you practice will make perfect. Once you do two or three of this, it's gonna be easy peasy.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're still not gonna have questions. Even once you finish with the mentorship program, I will hope that we have a good relationship that you can always text me and come and say, hey, Jimmy, I got an issue. I don't understand. What do you need? Stuff like that we can always. So this is not gonna be the end of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know I'll run into you because my daughter lives by where you live at in Arden. Yeah, over there near Costco. Yeah. I actually sold my ex-wife the house over there. So.
Oh wow. Yeah, so definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
Well, that's great, man. You taught me a lot, and I really appreciate it.
Okay.
I'm like real close to retirement. And
let's get you retired quick.
I'm like 7 months left till I can retire, right?
Oh wow!
So Thanks. And I actually, when I first got into real estate, I wanted to start like flipping houses and get into the whole investment, but I haven't, talked to anybody that has done it and, or can mentor me. The one person that I was going to get to mentor me left. Now they live in Texas. So I couldn't,
Wow.
I couldn't do it. So I definitely trying to get into it. Do you flip houses or do any
I do
investment?
do that. I've done a lot more, down south in Texas because we used to live in Texas.
Oh,
Um,
okay. What part?
um, Katy, we used to live in Katy and Sugarland. Still
Okay.
have, yeah, still have property in Sugarland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My
So yeah,
good friend, he's in San Antonio, and he got me started in real
yeah,
estate. So,
we'll bounce ideas. We will, we'll do things. So that's, I mean, flipping houses is just all about calculating the numbers, know what you feel comfortable with,
yeah,
getting the house, get it a much lower, number. So by the time you put what you're going to put into it, you still have a good margin. That's really what you want to do. So, we'll definitely bounce ideas, whether it's going through auctions or whether it's, looking for properties, you know,
well, that
stuff like
sounds good. If you next time you do one, if you could please let me tag along and learn from you on that one, that'll help me out, man. Then I don't have to panic about retirement, and I can be like, okay, well, I can do something else instead of right now. I've been 25 years at the same job. It's kind of got me a little stir crazy.
right, right. Yeah, I mean, it's there, and there's so many people. One of the things I'm gonna also encourage you to do is this. On workplace, join groups like referral network, like investor network with EXP. There's so many groups in EXP that you can join when it comes to either flipping. Join EXP Black. I think it's called Black Enterprise.
Okay.
EXP. Let me go into workplace. So I can give you some of the, join uh, EXP referral network. Join EXP offers community. I'm trying to see the other ones because I know there's some groups. Okay, here we go. Black EXP Network. Yeah,
Okay.
the referral group. Share your listing group. Join all groups like that, and these are all in EXP Workplace. You join groups like that so you can start connecting with people and getting ideas of what people are doing, and things like that. On how to, whether it's flipping, whether it's flip and hold. I'm sorry, whether it's fix and hold or
Okay.
just flipping or rentals. There's so many groups here in EXP. The most important group I'm going to tell you to join, make sure you join the Maryland State group. You can see it right here on my thing. I pinned them on there. Can you see my workplace?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. So make sure you join the referral group, the referral network. Join you have EXP agent companies. There's but I just like to join the ones that are like really good that I know it's kind of like sharing the interest of what I want to do or
Mhm.
where I am right now. You know, like I said, like the Black EXP network. That's a very good group because a lot of people are bouncing ideas on investments, on what to do and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy's has a lot of good information on here.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh wow. Yeah, definitely. I'm interested in it. Just trying to, you know, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do outside of what I've been doing for the last 25 years. So real estate is absolutely the direction I wanted to go.
Yeah,
I just have to try to figure things out. So um uh, yeah, I gotta I gotta join these groups and read up a lot of stuff.
yeah. I'm telling you, those groups do make a whole lot of difference. I mean, there's so many, so many, benefits to belonging to the groups that actually make a lot of difference that help you do the things that you are looking at doing.
Okay.
It's very important because bouncing ideas with other people makes so much of a difference in what we do.
Yeah. So you was telling me I need to download is Workplace was what you told me to download on my phone to look at.
Are you talking about for meetings and stuff?
Well, not for meetings, but you said a lot of information I could like reach out to people and then give me an answer. And you said I needed to download it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you need to, you need to make sure, hold on one second. No, no. Okay, you need to make sure that you download on your phone the EXP Workplace.
Okay, I got that on my
You
phone.
want the EXP Workplace. Download it on your phone, download it to your computer.
Okay, I definitely
Then
have.
once you're in the EXP Workplace, join the groups that matter to you. The most important group will be your EXP, the Maryland EXP group. You want to be in that because in the Maryland EXP group, it allows you to know any new things that is coming up or that is going on in the Maryland group, allows you to attend, know the information of when is the next contract class, because you want to attend contract classes so you can become very good and very proficient and fluent in contracts. And also because of new laws and new things that is changing, you want to make sure you're up to date with that.
Okay.
I would definitely recommend that also you keep in contact with Jim Haynes. He has a class that is very good,
Okay.
for new agents. So you definitely want to make sure that you have that. And another thing that he does is he allows you to be able to text and chat. If you see my screen right here, see, this is my conversation with James.
Okay.
Jim Haynes is there, Fred Bates, because I'm in DC, Lisa Lowe. These are people that, I send text messages to on the Workplace Work Chat, and they respond back, So that's why you do need that, because you don't want to feel isolated in this business.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've been in the business longer than I've been. So for example, you can say, hey, James, is there anybody that you recommend that I talk to about investments? Ask him that question. He has networks of people that he can, connect you to, that he tell you about, Oh, James, I'm having a problem. I can't reach Jimmy, or I can't reach someone. I have a question about, something that I need to do on a deal. Because he's our managing broker. Send him a text message. He'll get to it. I make sure that I communicate with people a lot, because none of us know all of these things all the time.
Yeah.
But the good thing about EXP is you have a network of people that are willing and ready to help you at any point in time.
Okay.
That's why I said, even if you call me and I cannot answer, text me.
Okay.
Text me. I respond quicker to text because it's easier. I can go directly to answering your question or give you an idea, as opposed to a conversation. And I could be texting you to answer your question when I'm with a client. I can simply say to a client, excuse me 1 minute, let me quickly respond to this text.
Okay.
Without them thinking I'm being rude, as opposed to, answering the phone. So I want to get to your question and answer your question. James does, Lisa does, all of us want to, because when you're successful, we're successful. So that's one of the reasons why you want to make sure you join the Workplace Chat, why you want to make sure that you're connected to all those different groups, whether it's the Black EXP network, whether it's a referral network that people can refer clients to you, you can refer clients to other people. All of those groups matter. They make a difference in your business.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I meant. So make sure you download that and make sure you're connected and plugged to that. Make sure you have easy access.
Very helpful.
You attend, contract classes. It's twice a month. Make sure you attend them. And you will get a notification of those classes when it's about to happen. It will come up on your phone because they'll send you an email.
Okay.
I can tell you right now, we actually have one. It looks like, I think we actually had one today. No, not today. I'll tell you when the next one is. The next one is on, next one is going to be next week. Let me see. I think it's on Tuesday. No, that's Icon Series. No. So actually, there's no meeting. There's no meeting yet for this month because of because of the EXP Con. Let me check something real quick. The date changed because of EXP Con. So let me go into the Maryland group, and it's going to tell me when the next meeting is. Maryland's class is scheduled for November 16th to the 20th. So it's going to be this week.
Okay. This week.
Sometime this week. Yes, it's
Okay.
going to be sometime this week. But if you can see my screen, it
Mhm.
tells you the hours, that you can find someone in the office. It
Mhm.
actually tells you up here when the Maryland contract and addenda class actually takes place.
Oh,
It's at
okay.
9:30 to 11:30 on every second Wednesday of the month for
Okay.
Maryland. But because of what just changed, because of the fact that we had the XP that's the reason why they've changed it. Just for this month though, that it's going to be sometime this week. So they're going to send you an alert. They're going to text you. They're going to send you a workplace chat. You're going to get the information. But if you come here, you'll be fine. Actually, let me add you to this group right now.
Okay.
So that way you don't miss out on anything. I don't want you to miss out on anything because I promise you, this makes so much of a difference to helping your business. Here you go. This should be you.
I gotta put a picture up.
I added you to it. It says invite sent. So that means you're going to get an invitation in your email probably, and you have to just
Okay.
activate it and
All right.
say,
Awesome.
yeah. So that's what you do.
I
And
have a.
did you get it? I
I
want to
got
make
it. Yeah, I got it.
You got it? Okay, perfect.
Yep.
So yeah, just activate that. Boom, you're in that group. Let me add you to this one too, because I'm gonna add you to EXP Realty announcement. Because when you get those invites, it's good for you to go there and you can choose who you want, what you want to join and what you don't want to
Yeah.
join.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose you're already a member of the EXP announcement group. It told me right there, so I couldn't add you.
Okay.
You're already a member on that one. So I think, did I invite you? Oh, was it? Let me invite you to this one. Let's see if you're already a member of this. No. Okay, perfect. I'm inviting you to the EXP Black Network. I've sent you that. Um, I want you to also be a part of this because this one is also good because this is good for exponential ideas. Let me add you to that one because I tell you, man, there's so many great things that is happening in this company that is unbelievable. And when you stay connected, you're gonna get ideas. I want to add you to the referral network.
I'm trying to get more people to come to join.
Build your business. That
Yeah.
is a great thing. Who
I have
invited you? Who invited you?
nobody.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I invited I sponsored another guy
Good.
in Virginia, and he's from Nigeria, so he has a lot of friends and family that are realtors.
Yeah. Start
So
building your network.
yeah,
Start building your network because that's gonna be big business for you, man.
yeah.
Yep.
So that is pretty good.
Yeah, let's make it happen. I send you those invites.
Okay.
Get there, click them, join those groups, and let's start building your business.
That sounds good, man. I'm definitely going to try. I'm trying to convince my buddy that's a realtor in San Antonio for the last 15 years, and he has a team of brothers that are real estate agents with him. So I'm like, hey, man, you should come over. He's like, I'm gonna go talk to somebody. I was like, all right, well, come on over, join the
Yeah,
crew. So hopefully he'll make a decision this week.
perfect.
That'd be great. So.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Jimmy, I know we went over our time, man. I really appreciate your help.
No worries. It was necessary, it's needed.
Yeah, and it helped me out a lot. Hopefully I'm gonna get this stuff done tonight and sent over to my client to sign.
Okay.
And from that point, now that I just need to upload the check and the lease and then do all these documents and have her